Hey guys, I'm hoping Facebook does right today. This is my first uh, lunch break live. Whether or not I continue to do them, I'm not sure. But I just wanted to step in today. Number one, welcome all the new members. Yay, we're growing. I am Valencia Griffin Wallace, lifestyle designer, boldness coach, and the creator and founder of Define You Movement, Define You Radio, which comes on Wednesday, 7 p.m., and so many other things. But I wanted to step in today and wanted to encourage you guys, because I know when it seems like you're making changes in life that you're out there alone, that no one is supporting you. And sometimes, and I wrote notes, so if you see me looking over, that's what I'm looking at. Sometimes familiar people, hey Nene, sometimes people that are familiar with you, whether it's your past or your present, won't support you because you no longer look like them. See, when you were back doing whatever, you had a lot of friends and support because y'all all looked alike, y'all all did the same type of stuff. You were familiar to them. But when you decide to start growing and changing in your life, then you find yourself out there swimming alone. It feels like it's not that. You just need to find somewhere else to be. You need to get with some unfamiliar people so you can get support. The majority of my support comes from people that never even met me or talked to me on the phone. Because people who know or knew Valencia, they're familiar with me. So when my growth starts coming in fast, when growth happens, they're not familiar with that. So you have to realize that it's okay if no one supports you. Like I said, sometimes familiar people will not support you because they're familiar with you. And I was listening to T.D. Jakes this morning, and he was talking about that. See, familiar is very close to family, right? The words. And I just wanted to, and it kind of rung a bell with me because that's one of my things. I'm like, I don't understand. My family supported me when I was doing things that were familiar to them. But when I decided I wanted to start speaking, when I decided to embrace my purpose, that version of Valencia, the better version of Valencia, became unfamiliar to them. And I know you guys can relate. People will support you as long as you're doing what they expect you to do. People will support you as long as you're doing the same as them. But oh Lord, let you start growing. They're not familiar with that side of you. So the choice is, do you want to be familiar and best friends and cool with people that's doing what you used to do? Or do you want to connect and grow with people that's so unfamiliar? You got to push yourself to get familiar with them. And once you get familiar with them, you continue to grow. So I just felt like it was on me today to step in and, number one, welcome the new members to the group and introduce myself. And number two, just let you know that you're not alone. You just need to get a new environment. Don't get familiar with people. Don't get familiar with people that's comfortable with who you were. See, there's a lot of people that's comfortable with who Valencia was. But it's a whole lot of people those same people aren't comfortable with me now. That's okay. This is where I'm at in my journey. It's not for you. You could stay back there with the Valencia you used to know, but this Valencia is growing and doing new things. I'm looking forward to meeting new people. I would rather somebody say, well, what's she doing now? And somebody else has an answer. Girl, she just wrote a book. If somebody say, well, what Valencia doing now? There will always be an answer for that. I'd rather, we have to take the attitude where we're okay with people talking about us because that means they're paying attention. People don't pay attention. Hey, honey, people don't pay attention if you're not doing anything. Like the song says, give them something to talk about. Because guess what? They're going to talk anyway. Either they're going to talk about what you used to do, where you at, or where they think you trying to go. Are you going to let that stop you? No. So I just wanted to step in and say, a lot of times you got to get with unfamiliar people and do some unfamiliar stuff. I'm constantly pushing myself because I don't ever want anybody to get comfortable with me. I don't want you to ever get comfortable with where I'm at. Because as soon as you get comfortable, I promise you I'm doing something else. I'm moving, I'm doing something else. Why? Because I got tired of being familiar. And I got tired of my environment looking the same. And not going nowhere. Girl, I know I'm fired up. I done had a 5 hour, about 4 hours sleep. Because I stayed at the hospital with my sister. But, I'm looking at my notes, guys. Yeah. That's basically what I have to say, just to give you guys some lunch break motivation, and just to let you know that people are going to talk about you. Don't let somebody who has no purpose or haven't found their purpose talk you out of yours. People who I used to be familiar with can't tell me nothing about writing a book. Because nobody who I was familiar with ever wrote one. Now, new people, yeah. People who I'm going to meet, yes. So you have to think about it. Hey, honey, you have to think about it. Do you want to stay familiar? Because when you're familiar, you're comfortable. When you're familiar, you're comfortable. People are comfortable with you, but oh, Lord, let you do something that you know you're supposed to do. See, people will cheer you and tell you, and I say this all the time, people will cheer you. You will hear more noise, right? You're going to hear more noise when you're doing nothing. But when you start doing something in your life, it's going to be like crickets. But it's okay. Because they being quiet, because they watching and learning. So I just want to inspire you guys today, because I promise you, people that were familiar with Valencia then have no idea what Valencia is doing now. Well, I'm not going to say they have no idea, because they could Google me or go on Facebook or whatever. But this Valencia, I didn't change from that one to this one. I grew into this one. They still trying to figure out the soil and the plant, and this one is growing. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying. I'm doing this live. I felt like I needed to come in. And like I said, I'm tired. But I just felt like somebody needed to hear that, because you may feel like you are alone. But you're not alone. You just need to get with some unfamiliar people so you could do some miraculous unfamiliar things. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to get cleaned up and go see my new niece. And like I said, just, constantly push yourself. Constantly push yourself. I was talking to some ladies last night at the hospital because I like to talk to people. And I was saying that, you never could have told me when I was 17 and my mom died. And I was so busy angry and fighting and being mad at the world. You never could have told me then what I was going to be doing now. And notice my wording. You never could have told me. Nobody can tell you. You have to tell yourself. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I had a call coming in. So when I tell you guys about doing affirmations and thinking and talking to yourself or whatever, I could tell you that I think you're great and awesome and can do all the things that God put in your heart to do, but until you tell it to yourself, it's not going to happen. Fact. So like I said, don't worry about familiar people who are not cheering you or pushing you or supporting you. No, you find some unfamiliar people who's going to push you, who's going to motivate you, who's going to open up your creativity, who's going to make you do things. I never would have thought that I would have been in a book project as big as this one, right? But the thing is, I got with some unfamiliar people, and they pushed me in unfamiliar areas, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to, after Thursday, being able to say I'm a best-selling author. And I'm claiming that. So I'm just saying, but it took for me to get with some unfamiliar people to do some dynamic things. So look for those people that don't look like you, don't act like you. Y'all didn't jump rope and double dutch and skate together when y'all were kids. No, you need to find some new people to do some new stuff. Some new people that's going or have learned something and could teach you. So at the end of the day, guys, I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed this lunch break live. I hope you guys got the message I was sending. I'm gonna pop in within the next couple of days just to on a lunch break live, just to kind of feed into you guys, give you a little snack on your lunch break. So with that being said, y'all enjoy your lunch break, enjoy your day. And peace and love, and just do something unfamiliar. Do something where you like, I don't recognize this. Do something you gotta Google. Okay? So peace and love. Y'all have a great day.